The Faroe Islands are a volcanic archipelago of 18 different islands formed tens of millions of years ago. All but one are inhabited with a total population of 55,000. Hey everyone, today I'm excited to share our experiences visiting the Faroe Islands, one of Europe's most remote places. Now, despite our trip being a bit disappointing, I'll explain why it's still worth visiting. So let's dive in. The Faroe Islands are a bit of a hidden gem for travelers to Europe. Because of their remoteness, they tend to get missed. But this isolation makes them unlike anything else in most of Europe. The dramatic landscapes formed by volcanoes are very unique. They're located in the North Atlantic, about halfway between Iceland and Norway, and roughly 320 kilometers north of Scotland. Politically, they're part of the Kingdom of Denmark, but the Faroese have their own parliament, culture, and even their own language. You won't come here for huge cities or world-class museums and colossal architecture. Instead, you'll find a small but charming capital, cozy architecture, and a surprising amount of local art. But the real star here is nature. Hiking, bird watching, and dramatic volcanic landscapes are what make the island so special. Unfortunately, we took a cruise, and this prevented us from experiencing the island's full offerings. We booked a Viking cruise, thrilled that it included a stop at the Faroe Islands. While the cruise was great overall, the Faroe Islands stop, though, was less than a day long. In the morning, we joined a guided tour through the countryside, stopping at lookouts and small towns. It was a decent tour, but the weather wasn't on our side, and thick fog blocked most of our views. This is why visiting the Faroe Islands by cruise isn't ideal, unless you're staying for a long period of time. The weather can be quite foggy and rainy. Now, I don't mind wet weather, but the fog is problematic, especially if you can't see the sights, because what's the point if you can't see them? It's best to stay long enough for the fog to clear and enjoy some sunshine. We were fortunate to experience this as the ship departed, creating a beautiful sail away. However, I can't help but wonder how much more enjoyable our bus tour would have been if we had better visibility. So, we missed out on the natural views, but what about the capital city, Tórshavn? Well, it really is a delight. We toured around the small city by foot, and it had several sites that we really liked. Now, we enjoyed the tightly packed sod roof houses. It's important to note, though, that these are people's homes, and tourists should be respectful. Luckily, there are plaques and markers instructing tourists how to visit and film without infringing on people's privacy and property. The harbor area was charming too, with a lovely church and nearby souvenir shop. Around town, we noticed murals, sculptures, and plenty of wool shops. No surprise, since the Faroes are famous for sheep farming and high-quality wool. I even picked up some for a knitter in my family. We also explored a large park above the city with peaceful paths, ducks, and sculptures. A perfect little break from the busier streets, although the streets weren't busy at all. Sadly, we ran out of time before seeing everything. Like the old fort near the harbor, we totally missed it. So, are the Faroe Islands worth visiting? Well, I would say yes, but probably not best by cruise. It's just too rushed to enjoy all that the islands have to offer. If you really want to appreciate the Faroes, I'd recommend staying several days and giving yourself time to explore, hike, and wait out the weather. Even with our limited visit, the islands left a lasting impression, and I'd love to go back someday. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below if you want to go to the Faroe Islands. I'd love to hear about it. See you in the next one. Cheers.